169 Majority element. This Java code defines a class name solution with a static method majority element that takes an array of integers, nums, as input and returns the majority element found in that array. A majority element in an array is an element that appears more than n2 times in the array, where n is the length of the array. Here's a simple breakdown of how the method works. 1. Initialization. It starts by initializing two variables, count to 0 and majority element to 0. These variables will be used to keep track of the count of the potential majority element and what that element is, respectively. 2. Iteration. The method then iterates through each element in the array with a for loop. 3. Logic. If count is 0, the current element, nums is considered as a candidate for the majority element, and count is set to 1, signifying that this candidate has appeared once so far. If the current element is the same as the majority element, candidate being tracked, count is increased by 1. Additionally, there's a check to break early from the loop if the count becomes greater than half the array's length, nums.length 2. As the method has found a majority element, if the current element is different from the majority element, count is decreased by 1, effectively reducing the confidence in the current candidate being the majority element. This process effectively uses the Boyer-Moore voting algorithm, which is efficient in finding a majority element if one exists, by canceling out the non-majority element's votes. 4. Return. Once the loop is finished, majority element holds the value of the last candidate that could potentially be the majority element due to having a non-zero final count. 5. Assumption. It's important to note that this code assumes the input array always contains a majority element, as the method does not validate if the final candidate actually appears more than n2 times. For cases where no majority element exists, the method might still return a value, but it would be incorrect according to the definition of a majority element. In summary, this Java code efficiently finds and returns the majority element in an input array by comparing and counting occurrences of each element, utilizing the Boyer-Moore voting algorithm's principle.